2 tips to help with sore wrists in yoga. All right, so my first thing I want to tell you is that if you have a wrist injury or some kind of issue with the wrist, you've recently had surgery or anything like that, you definitely need to be getting clearance from your doctor before practicing weight-bearing yoga poses on the wrists. Okay, so that's my disclaimer. However, if you're just getting back into yoga practice after a long break, or you're just getting into it for the first time, yay. But it's really normal that you're going to have sore wrists maybe for the first few days. And it's really interesting when you look at the wrist and how it's built. It's made up of many small little bones, and we can often tell by looking at how body parts are made up what they're meant to do. And the wrists and hands are really not designed for weight bearing, and we don't often weight bear on our hands in our everyday lives. However, that is an important part of a yoga practice when we're practicing asana or the postures, is that we often are putting weight on our hands. So it's totally natural and normal that as you get into doing that you get a little bit of soreness in that area. Okay, so these tips are to help you with that. Now, one place that we're often bearing weight on our hands is in a tabletop posture. So we'll come into that now, coming onto the hands and knees. And most of the time, the cue we get here is to line up the crease of our wrist with our elbow and our shoulders. All right, and that's not a bad cue. However, if we're experiencing soreness in the wrist, that might be pretty intense. So what we're going to do is take our hands a little further forward from the shoulder, and that'll reduce the angle of the wrist a little bit, and that can help you take some of the strain or pain out of the wrists. All right, so that's my first tip. Second one is, you can see I've got my hands spread really wide here. So when we do that, we're distributing our weight through our hand, which takes some of the pressure out of the wrist as well. So anytime you have your hands on the floor when you're practicing yoga, make sure you spread your fingers wide and press the majority of the weight in the L of the index finger and the thumb. And that'll help you properly distribute the weight through the wrist and up into the body. So I hope that's helpful for you. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day, and we'll see you next time. Bye.